How to spot rogue tradesmen. They're out there, big and small, they're out there. Some are just guys who are just pushing their luck and they're cheeky. Other ones they're big time. They're there to just take your money and leave you in a right pickle. It's ruining families up and down the country. So here's a way to spot them. The big no-no is cold calling. So if they come around your house, knock on your door and say, I think you need your driveway done, then the answer must always be no. They can be charming, they can be sweet, but if they come to you to tell you that you need your driveway done, I just wouldn't believe them. Even if it does need doing, don't get it done by them, because it's more than likely a rogue trader. Secondly, you could have picked a number online somewhere and they come around to do a quote, and if they're just telling you what you need and trying to scare you, oh, that wall's going to fall over, you have to get this done legally, that's a big no-no. That's a rogue tradesman. Usually if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right, so just go with your gut. Don't trust people on what they say unless they can prove it. The best way to get a job done is by recommendation, above the godforsaken check a trade style websites. All rubbish online. Sometimes reviews are total BS. How do you know that a review is real? You don't really know. So the best way to get a tradesman in or a landscaper is somebody recommends them to you because they've already experienced their professionalism and they've already had a job done. So it's a guarantee. Another way to spot a rogue tradesman is if they may seem okay up to a point, but then they want money first. If they want money first, it's either because they're just starting out and they haven't got the capital to go forward, and that's an alarm bell because you should have. And if they're that early in their career, they're probably going to make mistakes. So you can try that and you might get lucky, but it's not recommended. Usually, if you have a job done by a professional, they'll want stage payments, which they'll set out initially, verbally or in the quote, and they'll be looking for money at certain points. If there's a 4-week job, they might want some money at the end of the first week and then one at the end on completion. They're going to try and fund material money as they go forward, because at the same time you could have rogue customers. So you could start a job, get halfway through it, or all the way through it if it's a small job. Plumbers must have a nightmare of this kind of thing. And then you ask for the bill at the end and the customer just disappears, or I don't know, they just don't want to pay you. They just have a problem with everything and they just try and take you for a ride. So it works both ways. It's all